Hello everyone, welcome to Fire Talk with Chief Mark McCluskey. I'm your host, Public Safety Information Director Larry Flowers. We're going to be discussing the calls for service for the month of August as well as our community outreach. Chief McCluskey, let's jump right into the calls for service, over 2,000 in August.
Up a little bit this month. You know, our average is around 2,000, so it's a little bit over it. Last month it was a little bit below that, but this month it was up again a little bit. Had 1,272 medical calls, 716 fire rescue incidents, and 39 working fire incidents.
Wow, and speaking of working fires, on August 12th, there was a residential fire on East Burton Street.
Yes, it was. You know, and this is one of those fires, I'm gonna have to brag on our crews a lot on this. This is the fire to where we actually went inside. Someone was trapped, already had smoke inhalations and burns, and brought them out. They were transported to Vanderbilt and survived. Our crews, this is what they train for every day, every day. And it's not like the movies, every fire you have, you rescue somebody. This don't happen that often where you actually go in and make the rescue and made a difference. And the crews did that. Good, fast, quick response. Had crews go in knocking the fire down, other crews going in doing the search and rescue and found them.
In this one, crews treated the victim with a cyno kit.
Yes, a cyno kit.
What is that?
That is something we carry. It's introduced through an IV. You know, the thing about a cyno kit, a lot of people do not carry them because the shelf life for this medicine is short and it's very expensive. We're one of the very few departments that do carry it, and we believe that this made a difference in this man surviving this fire. And what it does, the smoke inhalation, it's cyanide poison.
Right.
And this acts kind of, for lack of better words, an antidote. It stops the effect of cyanide in the body.
Wow. Exactly, and that was like at 5:43 in the morning, you know.
That's correct.
Right at the crack of daylight.
Yeah,
so.
it was the fire, the gentleman in the house had some medical conditions, kind of gave him a disadvantage. But his wife kept a camera in his room and saw the fire break out in the room. I think, I don't know if this had something to do with it, but he was on oxygen and stuff like that. But he got up, got disoriented, and ended up into another room, and our firemen were able to go in and find him and get him out.
Right. Amazing work by those crews that were on the scene. Another fire on River Rock Boulevard that happened 3 days later.
Yeah, that was in the middle of the afternoon around lunchtime. I remember when that call come in. Very hot day, but this was right across from the Verizon building on River Rock. It's an older log cabin that backs up to the interstate there. Come in, crews got on the scene. Pretty sure it was abandoned, but you always have to check. You know, you may have squatters or something living in it. They did a search on the house. It was really burning pretty good. Crews went in, knocked it down. Luckily, nobody was in it. Put the fire out, and it was one of those days that it was hot. And that was the hardest part on the crews that day, the heat.
And that's why you call multiple units to the scene.
We do.
Rotate them out.
Yes. Well, you know, send them through rehab. A crew that goes in and faces a fire like that, we're looking 700, 800, 900 degree temperatures with all your gear on. It don't take but just a minute to wear that crew out. So we'll bring them out, and I think there were some pictures. You can kind of look at the guys when the fires were over, those rolling the hose, getting it up, and you can just see how hot and beat they are after fighting that fire.
You constantly hydrate them, check their vitals.
Oh yes, we do that on scene. Monitor all that.
Right. And then a fire at backyard buildings on Northwest Broad Street. That was in the evening hours.
Yeah,
I happened to come to that scene.
Yeah, I went myself. We saw each other on the scene. Yeah, that was a fence company, I believe. Had a lot of wood storage and sheds. You know that they build the wood fences out. Had tow motors in there. Crews arrived on the scene. It was burning pretty good. Report of explosions. I think there was some video showing some of those explosions. Those happened to be the LP tanks that they use for the tow motors that was stored in there, it blowing up. You know, just another dangerous situation that you never know what you're getting into when you go to these fires.
Right, and that's what I guess the general public don't realize. I mean, when you heard those explosions go off, the firefighters are still there putting out the fire. They didn't run. They made sure.
Exactly, and we have that a lot of times when a fire is in a good burning stage where stuff starts exploding. Vehicles, they'll have stuff to explode on them. just your everyday house stuff, cans, paint cans, even grills with their LP tanks. It's part of firefighting explosions.
Right. Right, and that fire is under investigation by the investigators with the fire marshal's office.
It is.
And then we responded to a motor vehicle crash on Memorial Boulevard at Maple Street. That happened on August 17th.
Yes, it was a T-bone type accident, a lot of intrusion on the car. This is one of those types of wreck that usually the patients are seriously injured in it, but luckily they were not injured that bad and was transported for treatment to the hospital, but we had to do extrication on the cars to get the patients out. So, of course, it was a Memorial, messed up the traffic pretty bad there, but yes, it was, crews got on the scene, saw they had patients entrapped and immediately started patient care and getting extricated from the vehicle.
Right. Great work by those crews with the Ladder 4 and rescue and those patients did not sustain life.
Yes.
Actually, what non-life-threatening injuries, I should say.
Yeah, just need to be carried to the hospital to get checked out. But it didn't seem that way when they first arrived because it looked a lot worse than what it was. But.
Sure. And on August 29th, another motor vehicle accident on Northwest Broad Street at Van Cleve Lane. That's near, I think, those railroad tracks.
Yeah, right down by Old Samsonite where the railroad tracks going. I'm not sure exactly what happened on this call, but it was involving a motorcycle.
Right.
I'd like to say this is just a reminder. It's that time of year, and still will be for a few more weeks or if not months. People are out on motorcycles. This is one of several we've had this summer of motorcycle crashes. But he was taken to the hospital. Wasn't life-threatening injuries, but I'm not sure how he's doing now. But just another reminder: watch for those motorcycles.
Exactly. I mean, this still under investigation, but. When I was on the scene, when at impact, he flew off the bike over the car and landed on the backside. So, luckily he had that helmet on to protect his head, and even firefighters, picked that big Harley up and they were pushing it out of the street so we can quickly get traffic open. So they did a great job.
Yeah, that we're the same way. Maybe not as bad or much as the police department, but they want to keep those roads open, and I understand that. But sometimes we have to keep them closed for our safety and the patients or the people involved in the accident. But in long-term effects, especially on the interstate, if you got one lane blocked, it's going to cause another wreck down the road. So it's just a chain reaction. So we try to keep that in our minds, getting those roads open quick.
Sure. And the Fire Marshal's Office launched Community Connect. What is Community Connect?
Community Connect, it's a new program we got out. You can go on the city's website, on our social media sites. It's a link on there to connect to it. What this does for us, it's for residents and businesses. You sign in, create a log in an account, but you can update stuff that's in your house for us. And when I say update, like you may have dogs in your house you want to tell us about. You may have a person in your house that has medical needs, maybe on oxygen, or I got this stored in a room, or just precaution things that will help us if we're coming on the scene. This information that you enter will be transported over into our MDT. If we get a call at that address, that information will pop up and we can see on the way to the call that, hey, they have 2 dogs in the house, or they have a sick person that stays upstairs in a bedroom, just information like that. It'll walk you through it to fill it out. And on the business side, same thing, same kind of stuff, but also it asks for contacts. Like if you're the manager of this business, give us your information to give you a call at night in case we have something going on at your business. And all this stuff is secured in the web. So we're not using any of this information to give to anybody, and the information that we're given is not something that really somebody wants.
Right, and that's what I was going to say. The information is safeguarded. It's secure, password protected, so
Yes.
it's just that basic information that you give. And even if we had a tornado and somebody had a storm shelter that they're
Correct.
in,
Storm
they
shelter
can
or something.
actually
Yes.
report that so that you know when you go to the house that they could be in that storm
And,
shelter.
and we tried to do that years ago. The storm shelters got really big here in town. It was hard to find out who was putting them in.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, a storm shelter, if your house is destroyed, and we don't know that you have a storm shelter and the house is laying on top of it,
Exactly.
we don't know to look. So, you know, so this is information that you could put in this Community Connect that you have a storm shelter.
Right. And to sign up for Community Connect, just visit the Murfreesboro website, www.murfreesboro10.gov/MFRD, and just click on that Community Connect quick tab on that homepage.
Yes, and that'll carry you right to the application to start it.
And we had a couple of promotions
We
last
did,
month.
sure did. We had Josh Warren. He's been with us for several years. He was promoted to a captain, and also Justin Dillard was promoted to engineer.
Right, right. And Warren has been with us since 2008, and of course Dillard since March 2019.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Both real good guys. They well deserved these promotions. Worked hard to get themselves in a position to get them, and we're proud to have them in those positions.
Exactly. And then we lost one to retirement.
We did. 24-year veteran,
24.
Brian Burgess, super nice guy, very intelligent in a lot of the fields of special ops for us. He was a good guy. He had had a few medical issues come up, and he just decided, hey, it's best for me to go ahead and retire. So we're going to miss him. Actually, we got a retirement party coming up for him pretty soon that we plan. But yeah, we're going to miss Brian.
Exactly. And then A Shift Station 6 hosted friends from the Tennessee State Veterans Home last month as well.
Yes, of course, we're always involved in the community, and this one was like a field trip for the groups. They loaded up and come to the station. Instead of us going to them, they got to tour our station, see how everything, how we operate. They toured Station 6 out on Memorial Boulevard. Of course, got a VIP treatment with the fire truck and everything. So it was a good experience for these veterans, you know, coming out to our station.
And we will be remiss if we didn't thank them for their service.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
Yeah,
thank you for your service, for sure.
And then on National Night Out, back on August 5th, crews from Rescue 1 was there on hand, shaking hands, you know, showing off the truck and things of that nature.
National Night Out is more of a police department thing for kids going back to school and all that, but we've always been a part of it with them, and we were back involved with it again this year, and guys had a good time. It's always fun seeing all the kids, you know, excited about going back to school and just having a good time, cooking out for them, and all that. So,
But then, of course, once you know it, they were out there having fun, then had to run a call.
exactly. That brought back a memory for me. We had National Night Out. It's been several years ago, back over on January Street, where our training facility is now. We were sitting there just doing our thing with National Night Out, and we happened to look behind us, and there's fire coming out of the front door of one of the apartments over there. So we was already on the scene.
Wow.
That's probably been 15 years or so ago. But yeah, they got to see us in action, you know.
Sure, sure. And if you want more discussion like this, Chief McCluskey appears on WGNS Radio each first Monday of the month from 8:15 to 9 o'clock, again on WGNS Radio. Either Chief is the guest or he will invite someone else to take his place if there's something big going on there in MFRD. Chief, before we go, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, we got a special kids fundraiser coming up, and I just want to give I guess a little shout out to that. Frida Morgan, longtime banker here in town, is retired now. She's volunteering her time for the special kids. She is having or put together a trivial night, and it's going to be at Champy's on September the 23rd at 6 p.m. And she has called around and got a few people to help out with the teams. She's asked me. I'm going to be part of it. I don't know how much help I'll be. There's a few other people going to go. Sean Hackison, the mayor's going to be one.
Okay.
Kelly Bean, and a few more. It's going to be a fun night for a good cause, and we're going to try to raise some money for the special kids.
Now watch the mayor. You don't want him to be.
He'll probably have a headpiece to it. Probably have all of his kids on Google sending him messages.
So he's phoning a friend, and we don't know he's phoning a friend.
Exactly. We'll have to take up phones before we start.
I tell you. Well, we really appreciate you for joining this episode of Fire Talk with Chief Mark McCluskey. Again, I'm Larry Flowers, and we hope you found our discussions enlightening as well as informative. You can catch us next time for more engaging conversation right here on City TV. And don't forget, you can also watch Fire Talk on our City of Murfreesboro YouTube channel and on the City and the Fire Department's social media pages. I'm Larry Flowers again on behalf of Chief Mark McCluskey. We'll see you next time for Fire Talk.
Thank you.
Have a good one.